Out with the couple oil changes away from snapping off in the oil pan, and in the quarter turn drain valve. Hell yeah. Well, we're under the truck. I figured I would show off how my downpipes are holding up. See the V-band there. Come down around the corner. No carbon on the flex joint. My loop there. Don't look too close at my Y pipe because it's hideous. Goes up to the other turbo. Alright, Fumoto valve installed. See, I got the articulating one, so it'll point straight down instead of straight out. You don't have to worry about the trans lines being in the way. I actually dropped the plastic clip down in the oil pan, so when I transfer that to the bottle for the old oil, I'll have to make sure I don't dump that in with it. So, yeah, me. I haven't posted a long form in a while, so I figured I'd make the most of it. So this is what I use in my 3.5. It's actually what the 1.5 is going to get as well. Motorcraft filters on both of them, mainly because they're the same price or even cheaper than Wix normally. I've already got one cord in. Oh, forgot these had a foil on them. Let's go there, there. As I spew oil everywhere. In we go. Really don't care much for landscape or portrait videos, but it's easiest to do one-handed, and the other two clips are in portrait anyway. So if you didn't know, 3.5 takes 6 quarts of, I like to use full synthetic, just helps keeps things a little cleaner in my opinion. The dinosaur oil is a little sticky. It's just my opinion, don't take it as gospel, but get this glugged in here, and I'll have a place to dump the old oil so we can pull the filter. See, I didn't overflow the funnel. So the nice thing about doing that little trick with your finger, poking a little hole, a little bit of flow restriction. Okay. 6 quarts of full synthetic. The most important thing on this stuff is your, I believe it's this one here, SP service, or the DexOS Gen label, Texos 1. It's rated for direct injection engines to help reduce LSPI. And that's something you don't want. LSPI, I mean, don't want that. That'll break a piston. But yeah, VCT solenoids are leaking a little bit. One step at a time, I suppose. Get to those later when I get around to doing the valve covers. Because if you look at the turbo, this valve cover leaks too. 223,000 miles. It happens. On original hardware, by the way. I don't care about getting that oily. Socket set I keep in my cars. The easiest way to do the filter on these, usually, it's either from the top, if you can get it loose, you can kind of see it right there, or from the bottom. So, let's see if I can't get that loose. Okay, new filter is on. If you watch my buddy Matt's videos, you know what comes next, because I do it too. Although, I believe my keys are inside. So let me go grab the keys and we'll do a prime start. I'll show you what that is and explain why it works. All right, got my keys. So this carries over from the days of old when EFI systems were not that reliable. But most things, even to this day, because Matt's truck is a 22, if you turn the key, mat it to the floor, and cycle it, you hear it crank, but it won't start. The reason that is that the modern EFI system, and I say modern as in 1985, 1986, has a flood clear mode. So if you ever flood your vehicle somehow, mat it, put it to the floor, hit the key, crank it, crank it over a few times till it clears it out, and then when you let off the pedal, I'll actually key cycle here. Watch the oil pressure come up, just like that. So that provides pressure to the phasers, the tensioners, the turbos before you start it and put any further what's the word, dry rotations on it. So yeah, just something neat. We'll plug in, see if the car's cooled off enough for me to do it, and then come back. One thing I did forget to do though, you'll see it's complaining about the oil change. So I gotta go into information. Don't ever set my key unless you have a second key. So if I can remember where it's at. Settings, vehicle, there we are. Menu control, oil life reset. So what I'm gonna do, set it to 50, because these have a 10,000 mile cycle. 50% should be about 5,000 miles. Yes, I have remote start turned on, and the easy entry exit, which doesn't work because, yeah, see, the BCM doesn't support it. But the truck is done, so we'll move on over to the car.